Welcome back to the Napa Valley for another episode of 100 Days, where we are trying to get this little vineyard here to grow and to get new vineyards. But I think this go around we're going to focus more on the technologies. On one side we could get into some of the technology from the tool shed to give us better quality of the wine. On the other side, I really would like to start on the warehouse side, because if we look in our wine log now with our Sauvignon Blanc, we are getting about 7,000 bottles each go around. So that means we're going to have a backlog coming up fairly soon. Now, of course, we could just start selling it to the restaurants and to the supermarkets, so that is going to reduce our backlog. But maybe it's time to upgrade from 5 orders each turn to 10 orders. As you can see, the supermarkets, while we have heavily discounted bottles, we just sell a lot of them, and I don't really want to do big discounts just yet, but we still have to reduce our backlog, so we can either extend the list here and just sell double the amount of wine, or we just get a discounted price and sell more, and we start including the supermarkets. Now, the other thing that we have to think about is if we extend that. For example, this go around we got 6 orders, so 5 of them we can fill. So that not only means that if we extend our vineyard to be able to sell to 10 people at the same time, probably need to have the shop as well to attract new customers. Now the shop is going to be 10,000, and to build, we can check that in a second. Tool shed, the old tractor would unlock the trimming operations, so we have a little bit of better quality, potentially even a better quantity. But that would be 10,000. And if we go into the tool shed, into the vehicles, we can see the old tractor is 15. Let's see the shop. How much is the shop? The shop is also 15. So price wise, both of them are going to be exactly the same. So I think what we're going to do is we are just trying to sell more. So let's go ahead and upgrade our winery. But since it is already summer, and the upgrade of the winery, I think gonna be a 3-turn or a 4-turn. A 3-turn. So we are going to block for 3 turns, and that leaves us a 3 by 3. So yes, we are going to be able to harvest. I was thinking we probably have to wait with upgrading that, but we can put that in because we anyways can just harvest one at a time with our current board configuration. And Oakville, our Sauvignon Blanc, is ready for harvest. Of course, right now we can't because we're still trimming and the board will be blocked off. And also on our Sauvignon Blanc, we are trying to get a high sugar. Try to go as high up as possible. Now currently it's not rising, but again, we don't have the best weather. We have a few clouds around, so hopefully in our next few turns the sugar is going to rise some more, so that we can go to, I think we want to try to go to a 3 or 4. Sweetness last time was 2. We need to get higher, and yeah, I think a 4 is probably where we need to end up. And I remember from our last episodes that when we ferment, it took off 4. So that means we have to have a very, very sweet one to be able to get the sweetness that we need. Yeah, as you can see, now the sugar is going up some more. We're at 5, 6, 7, 8. So at least 3 more turns of perfect condition, what will put us to fall 2. And we need to see where we're ending up with our Coombsville, because we have to make sure that we start harvesting This one takes 3 turns so that we start harvesting not too late. Because again, if we start harvesting too late and we run into bad weather, we run the risk that we cannot harvest Coombsville. And actually Coombsville, we can go ahead and do the crop thinning as well. And now that our winery is upgraded, let's go ahead and buy the shop. So we have 2 options. We can do the commercial office and then run marketing campaigns, what is going to attract more customers. But we also can do the shop. The shop attracts new customers, not as many. I believe it's not as many as the commercial office. Sometimes it's kind of hard to read the description and exactly find out what you are getting. But I believe the shop is also the one that lets us automatically sell stuff, so we don't have to do that manually anymore. Let's go ahead and buy that. And yeah, let's click on the winery, even though it's the warehouse. Let's go to the rooms and get another $10,000 to get the shop in. Perfect. So hopefully that is going to help us. Now we can do the automatic order management, and we're just going for private and restaurants, so we're not selling to the supermarkets. But hopefully we're going to attract more customers. Yes, I just realized one mistake I made. I upgraded the winery. Don't need the winery at level 2. I need the warehouse at level 2. And that upgrade is again gonna cost us $10,000. Well, we didn't throw away $10,000, but we just added some extra cost that we did not need it added at this point in time. Okay, hopefully the weather stays good, but that the sugar keeps on rising. We needed 1 higher. That would be preferred, but I think I go ahead and harvest because I don't want to run into the issue that we had before, that we couldn't harvest and the winter comes, or that we just have any other issues and something goes wrong, because our money situation, we're getting a little bit lower than what I really would like to be, especially since we're gonna have to bottle soon. So let's just keep it at that for now. And let's go ahead and spend the money and upgrade our warehouse. Then we're gonna have another 10,000 coming out for bottling each of them. So yes, we are going to a little bit close this season. Coombsville is ready for harvest. That is good. Let's take a quick look into the journal. Acidity, we need to get down 6, I guess. Yes, acidity needs to go down to 6. And a pretty low sweetness, so that is... So yeah, that's good. We still have some acidity that we need to get out. Oakwell, we have a great quality. That is great to hear. Let's go and put it in our fiberglass tank. So our warehouse is upgraded. That gives us 1 other special order. Let's see if we can get some extra money through that. Oh, Zinfandel. We are still quite a bit away from this one here, so no, we cannot sell that. But hopefully this one and this one is something that we can finish out this episode here. We're currently on acidity 7. We need to be at acidity 6. So we are going to wait on this harvest. But then again, we're already on the 4th of autumn, so we have, if we have rain on the next day, then we have issues. So let's not risk it. Let's go ahead and harvest. Our Sauvignon Blanc is ready for pressing. Make sure that we not increase the tannin. And now with the shop in place, we are starting to get more orders in. That is good to see. And of course, since we now can do 10, we are selling quite a lot of them. And on our Cabernet Sauvignon, we have a good quality. Not a very high quantity. But it is going to give us probably about 2,000 bottles out of it. So let's see where we end up with our sweetness on our Sauvignon Blanc. Yeah, the minimum fermentation, it is already going to rip off 4 sweetness. So our sweetness is still going to be most likely too low. So we either have to harvest even later, or we need to see if we can get different yeasts unlocked, because different yeasts would help us reduce the sugar at a different amount. And fermentation for our Cabernet Sauvignon. Acidity is going to be too high, but we could not harvest that later. So we knew that sweetness, we are going to be spot on. And tannin, hopefully with the pressing, we can get the tannin that we need. Of course, we're going to punch down to raise that up already as much as we can. Well, let's get our tasting in for this year. See what we get. Oh, we got the sweetness. So we know sweetness is going to be 3. Unfortunately, we have a fault in our wine. So that'll reduce it, but it is over 70. It is over 70. But not as good as the one that we had last year. Because, oh no, that was a 65. But that is a good one. Let's look into the special orders. I cannot sell it to you because of the sweetness. But now I'm also starting to wonder, do I really wanna add more sweetness just for one special order? But our cab is ready for aging. And it looks like we don't have the body yet, but I know we need to go as high as possible. So let's age you as long as possible. And everything is ready for harvest. So let's plan out our harvest for this year. So Oakville would be good to harvest in 2 turns. So that will be fall 1. Doomsville, we harvest after that. Now that's fall 1, 2, 3, fall. Yes, we should be able to do it. Let's wait this one here until we have the sugar that we want. Oh, 15 orders. That was a good day for our shop. Okay, so the sugar isn't going to rise anymore, so Oakville, you are being harvested. Even though I would like to have you a little bit later. And then Coombsville, we are going to wait on you for at least 3 more turns. Let's taste this one. Hopefully it's gonna be above a 70 so we can sell that one special order. Another great quality on our Sauvignon Blanc. Hopefully this time we're not going to get a fault in our wine during processing. And unfortunately both of our tanks are dirty. We need to get better about cleaning. In our next episode we're gonna have to unlock the to clean everything, the cleaning room, I think it's what it's called, so we can clean everything in 1 turn. Sweetness, tannin, didn't hit the acidity. And 81. I think we cannot complain about that. More body needed. Look in here. Yeah, it's just the max body that we cannot reach right now with our current aging setup. And then the acidity, we knew about that at the time that we harvested. But we can go in here and sell you this special order. Gives us 4 more fame. What is good, because that gives us more money for all of the wine bottles. And of course another new special order. So let's see what this is going to be. Our new one is a white wine that we already can sell. Let's just sell off the old one that we still have. Just 4 more fame. And I guess we go ahead to the next day. See what our next special order is. Okay, so another one that wants a very specific wine that we probably won't be able to deliver for a while. So potentially one that we just have to discard. Especially the tannin. The Cabernet Sauvignon has a very high tannin and I'm not going to make a special one just for him. So we're going to discard this one here. Lose 2 fame, but I think we can deal with that. Hopefully the next one is going to be better and is giving us fame. But we are going to see that in our next episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I see you next week when we're back here in Napa Valley. Thank you and goodbye.